Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wayne. I'm an alcoholic of 23 years who's been living sober for 6 years. Today's video, we're talking about security because I know in my active alcoholism and in most part of my life, I didn't have any security whatsoever. I never looked at it in a way that made sense to actually have financial security, economic security, and a lack of fear. Let's get it. So what I've done is I've pulled up the daily reflections on not this iPad, but on my tablet, and we're gonna see what it says. If you are not part of AA and you don't do daily reflections or any of that nonsense, keep your ears open because something in this can apply in your life and you might find it more helpful than you think. Let's go. Material and spiritual well-being. Fear of economic insecurity will leave us. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. And if you just started to tune out, stop, because you're about to hear some inspiration. Having fear reduced or eliminated and having economic circumstances improve are two different things. When I was new in AA, I had those two ideas confused. I thought fear would leave me only when I started making money. However, another line from the big book jumped off the page one day when I was chewing on my financial difficulties. For us, material well-being always followed spiritual progress. It never preceded. I suddenly understood that this promise was a guarantee. I saw that it put priorities in the correct order, that spiritual progress would diminish that terrible fear of being destitute, just as it diminished many other fears. Today I try to use the talents given to me to benefit others. I found that it was others valued all along. I tried to remember that I no longer work for myself. I only get the use of the wealth God created, or whatever you have strength from when you don't have any. I never owned it. My life's purpose is much clearer when I put just work to help, not to possess. Wow, that's a whole lot of words, right? Here's what I get from this, and here's how it applies in my life, and here's how it applies today for March 21st. I spent a lot of my time in my drinking history, of course, like many of us, consumed with myself and consumed with my own progress and where I was going in my life, and I didn't really care about who I had to run over in order to get there. Now, that doesn't mean that I was fully selfish, because deep down inside, I knew that I was a good person. I just had things confused. I thought the more I had meant the better I will be, and the safer I will be, and the more secure I would be, material-wise. I never understood that if I'm able to give back to somebody else and to grow within my spiritual progress. Now, if spirituality is not your thing, just grab onto a fact that, if you just be of service to somebody else, it comes back tenfold. If that makes sense for you, drop your comments down below. So I try to use the talents, right, given to me. Well, in the past, I used to use them to benefit me. Now I try to use what I have learned and what I have gone through to share with you guys in hopes that you get something from it, or in hopes that you might not have to repeat the same mistake. And if you already have, or if you are treading on doing so, you might be able to say to yourself, I don't have to go this route, and perhaps what this dude is saying makes a little sense. I suddenly understood that that this promise was a guarantee. I never knew that. When I first got sober, for about my first 2 years, right? When I said, this is it, this is how I'm gonna live, because I know that when I was living as an active alcoholic, it never benefited anyone but myself. When I decided to change that with the help of my higher power, in the beginning, I didn't realize that, that kind of meant that I had to give it away in order to keep it. What I saw it as is that, wow, now I have money, Now I have, you know, a roof over my head. And I don't know, the more money I get, the more things I can have. And the more things I have, that means that I'm making progress and I'm not stuck in my junk. Make sense? That's how I saw it for about 2 years. And then around the third year, it occurred to me that, okay, fine. I've made it. I am living without alcohol, and I am stable, and I'm able to have these material things in my life that I never had before because I was drunk all the time. Well, that's not it. That's not where the ball stops rolling, because if I stall there and if I accept that as my success plateau, then that's all I'm going to have. I'll have things. Yeah, great. Sure. But what am I doing to help the next person? What am I doing to build my spiritual progress and to use what has been given to me to be a benefit to others? What am I actually doing? So therefore, I created this channel, One Sober to Another, in order to benefit other alcoholics and addicts who are either suffering or struggling within their sobriety. And even if you've made it in sobriety, are you really thriving in your recovery? And that's where today's daily reflection comes into play for me, is material and spiritual well-being have to be connected. It can't be just one or the other, because it doesn't work that way. I don't know if any of this made sense for you. I certainly hope it does, and I certainly hope you guys have a good day. Ashley, you can do this. We got your back, Jack, and you're not in this fight alone. You made it 18 plus months before. You can do it again, just one day at a time. If you don't believe me, dig down deep inside, because you've already done it. And you got it with the help of a higher power, even if you don't believe in God. I'm not sure if you do or don't, but if you do, grab on, because we're here for you. What will be, my heart is always out to you and out to your family, and hope that you guys will thrive in your life, and hope that you can overcome what has already happened. And I'm not going to throw that out there if people don't already know, because, you know, that's your life and that's your business, but I am here for you. All those other folks that I know along the way, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the support you've given. Thank you to all you new subscribers. And if you've liked what you've seen in this video, give a like so this video stays in circulation, and consider subscribing so that you don't miss another video. I'm Wayne. Life is a garden, dig it. And guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Have a great Monday. Bye-bye.